Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Hello, everyone. Happy 2024. I'm super excited to be here with you today. I'm Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck, and if you've ever watched any of our programs, we are USA Global TV and Radio. We're doing something a little bit different today in honor of our hair. We are live streaming on Amazon Live, and I'm going to be talking to you about the products that I use to take care of my hair. Now, why is this important? I don't know, because the hair breaks, it gets damaged. Right now it looks kind of green. That's because of the green screen, which I've tried to fix, but it's not really cooperating too well. So that's all right. We're going to go on anyway and talk about how to de-stress our tresses. So going back many, many years ago, I don't know if you've ever done this. I went to a beauty school to have my hair done. Why not? Why not support people who are new in the business? And I ended up having kind of a disaster, and my hair broke off. It was really damaged. And then fast forward going years later, I had something similar happen as a result of products that I was using, and I had to go on prednisone. So I have a picture here actually to show you. This was me with my beautiful dogs, you can see, but my hair all fell out. So you can see how short it is. And I had to go to my natural color, which I know you thought this was natural without the green, but it actually isn't. So I took a real interest in what it is that I'm doing with my hair. And not only does what you put on your hair make a difference, but it's also what you put into your body that makes a difference for your hair. So today on Amazon Live, and of course we're on, I don't know, maybe 10 other platforms, you have the opportunity to purchase products that I'm going to recommend, and I will get a commission for that. That's right. Yes, I will be a paid spokesperson, not by the product manufacturers, but by Amazon for recommending them. And if you know me, you know you can trust me when I share my recommendations. And if you don't know me, you'll get to know that. So you'll see, if you're on Amazon Live, at the bottom of the screen, you should be able to see the products that I'll be talking about today. And I'd like to get started. So the first thing is, how do we brush our hair? Now, what's really interesting to me is that I didn't realize there was any difference. You take a shower, you take a bath, you wash your hair, and then what do you actually use to get the tangles out? Because many times after we have the shampoo and the conditioner, even though the conditioner is doing a great job, we still get some tangles. So we're going to be talking about that today, what you can use. And I think that it's interesting because I started using something called a wet brush. And I don't know if you're familiar with it. Here it is. It's actually called wet brush. Get it? And you can see the bristles here. And so this is what I use. And you, again, if you're on Amazon Live, you can go over and take a look at this product. But the wet brush was actually developed by a gentleman whose name is Jeff Rosenzweig, and he's the CEO of J&D Beauty Products. And my understanding from the research I did is that he was working to brush through the hair of his daughters, and it was getting tangled, and it breaks off, and it gets to be a big mess. So he came up with this product to actually help detangle when you have wet hair. And I use it all the time. It really works well. And it's not a big investment to get this. When you think about your hair and how much time and energy you put into it, that is a big investment. And so this is not. So he wanted to be able to comb through his children's head, and he didn't want to have the hair breaking off and causing them pain. You know, that pain when it's like, it's stuck. Or if you ever got gum stuck in your hair, which that's a whole other show. I'm not even talking about gum because I gave up gum years ago. But this product is really something that went from being just for a consumer into the salons. And now if you go to get your hair professionally done, you'll see in most cases that they're probably using something like the wet brush. So check it out. It's really good for detangling. And it's also good, I think, because the bristles are so gentle, they actually glide through your hair. And I'll show you now, my hair's not wet. I actually thought of doing this from the shower, and I thought, no, I don't think so. It's a PG show here. We don't need to be doing any shower scenes, okay? So forget that. Get that out of your mind. So with this, you're going to help prevent the breakage of your hair, and again, promoting a beautiful set of hair follicles that you can really be happy that you have, hair strands, etc. So now that we know that you can get that as a consumer, and you can also probably buy them at salons, but why not buy them here at Amazon so I can get a commission? Bless you. Thank you. Now let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so the hairbrush that I use on a regular basis, and this has been with me, I'm going to say 10 years I've had this brush. This is a Mason Pearson, and you probably can't see the name because it's kind of worn off. It's Junior, and it has different bristles in it, which I'll be talking about. But if you see there at the bottom of the page on Amazon, there are different brushes in the collection that you can get. But I absolutely love this. And as I mentioned, I've had this for probably 10 years. I mean, can you say that you've had a brush that's of high quality? Maybe you're buying brushes that are inexpensive, is up to you. But I really believe in investing in a good brush that'll be with you through time. So it's the Mason Pearson brush. And the one that I have here is the Junior Bristle and Nylon Hairbrush BN2. It has 7 rings of boar bristle and nylon tufts. So let me tell you a little bit about Mason Pearson, because I wanted to do some research in order to give you the latest and greatest. Mason Pearson is a family business, and they started out, the roots are very deep in the Industrial Revolution, and they've been around, my understanding is, for 130 years. So by the middle of the 19th century, and this is information that I took off of their website and also from Googling them, Mason Pearson was an engineer and an inventor, and he began his career designing wool and processing looms in Bradford. He got married. He moved from Northern England to London. And at the time, he worked in the British steam industry and in London's East End. He joined a partnership, and then he went off into the business of making small brushes, which is really kind of cool. So he incorporated the knowledge that he took from his time in the wool processing industry, and he put it into the brush boring machine to speed up the process of brush making. I mean, I have no idea how long it takes to make a brush. I'm just telling you, this bad boy has lasted for 10 years. So think about that. So he also decided to go into the rubber cushion hairbrush. And that's a whole other story, which we can talk about. But he died when he was 64. His wife, Mary, continued the business for another 20 years with their oldest son, Mason Jr. And then the firm became known as the Mason Pearson Brothers. And apparently the sisters were really heavily involved. So the name wasn't really true, I guess, to who was actually running the business. So they remained where they were for 105 years. Can you imagine? We can't even keep our minds in the same place for 10 minutes. They were there for 105 years. Amazing. And then they relocated to a commercial property. They stayed there until 2009. They relocated again to make way for the London Olympics. And today they employ over 60 people. And since the 1920s, they have maintained a presence in London's West End. If we have anybody out there watching who is in London, are you familiar with this brush? Mason Pearson, have you seen them? Or are there stores where they sell them? Again, please go to Amazon so yours truly can get a little bit of the piece of the pie. Okay, so I'm looking forward to hearing from you. If you have any comments, let me actually go and check onto my Amazon Live and see if we have any comments. I see we've got Heather Grant in the house. Hello, Heather. And Heather writes that her daughter uses a wet brush in the shower too. Here we go. Thank you, Heather. We've got Dr. Madeline Chan in the house. Thanks for the tips. I will surely check out the wet brush, and I love the color purple and pink. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, purple is my favorite color as well. I've always thought there's something about it. It's about, I don't know, royalty, elegance, polished demeanor, posh living. Rebecca Lilly in the house. Hello. Nice to have you with us, Rebecca. I love the fact that we've got our friends there in the United Kingdom and also here in the U.S. Thank you so much. And Rebecca writes, I only use sea kelp or organic remedies for hair growth and swear by it. All right. That is fantastic. We're going to be getting a little bit more into the products as well. And she writes for brittle hair. Okay, so let me talk to you about some of the other products that I'm using. So I talked to you again about the two brushes. Here they are. Now I want to talk to you about the products that I'm using when I shampoo my hair. Okay, I color my own hair. Yes, that's right. The green is not from coloring. As I mentioned, it's this green screen, which I can't get exactly the right shade because we're on a new platform called Wave. We're moving over from StreamYard to Wave. It's beautiful. So I color my own hair. I use products that are from the beauty supply store. And in order to keep the color maintained, I use products from Pureology. So Pureology has an entire line of products depending on what kind of hair that you have. And the reason why I use this is because I feel like I have this shampoo and I also have the conditioner that it really seals in the color. And so the color stays for a longer amount of time. When I am coloring my hair, as soon as I start to get roots, this side, roots, I start to freak out. I'm like, I don't want these roots, but I'll let them grow a little bit, and then I'll start to do the process of coloring my hair. I'm going to do the actual hair coloring on another show, which is too much for today. So I use these Pureology products to seal in the color. Now, if you know me, you know I have a very active lifestyle. I'm either at Solid Core, I'm spinning, and by the way, I'm starting as a spin instructor next week at the Spin District in Boca Raton, Florida. Look for more information on that coming soon. So I'm working out at least twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. And that means that my hair is constantly being pulled up, it's pulled over, and it's being stressed to the limit. So I have to do something to really make sure that I'm taking care of it. So I'm locking in the color. Beautiful. And by the way, do you like these little hair jewels? Hello, hair jewels. That's another show. We're going to talk about that later. But I'm using products from, where is it? Here we go. The Ultimate Hair Growth Shampoo from Mori. Can you see that? So I've got the hair growth shampoo. I've also got the conditioner. And I've got the spray. I'm going to be talking to you about all of those. And then I have the mask. It's not just for Halloween, folks. It's for your hair. So I'm going to talk a little bit about each of these products and why I started using them. So I noticed this year, because of the trauma that I went through with my mom dying and I turned 60 and just a lot of stress, that my hair was not growing as long as I wanted it to grow. So just to show you the power of social media, I was on Instagram and I constantly was seeing ads for these products, and the women are throwing their hair around. It's like a foot long of hair. So finally, after watching this, I thought, you know what, maybe there's something to it, but I didn't want to spend the money. So it ended up, they had a big promotion, and I thought, let me give this a try. So you'll see there, if you're on Amazon, that you can also see that the prices that are currently being offered for these products. So it's interesting. What you do is, for the shampoo, you'll pour out a little and then you concentrate using it on your roots. And so you don't want to waste a lot of product for this part of your hair, because this is to help stimulate the growth of your hair, right? This is already grown. So you rub it in, you keep it in there for a while. And by the way, you might be saying to yourself, well, what about this? Well, I will use both of these right after I color my hair, because I want the color locked in, but I also want the hair to grow. So after that, then I will go with the conditioner, which I'm focusing on this part of the hair. And then I notice that on this side, and maybe because I have my hair jewelry in, sometimes it's a little wavy right here. So I'll put a little bit of extra conditioner right here. And I let it sit for 3 or 4 minutes and just see what's going to happen in terms of the consistency, the feel of the hair. And so then I'll wash it out, and then I'll use this spray. But before I get into that, I want to tell you a little bit about Maury. And again, you can order these products right there if you're watching on Amazon Live. If you're not, I'm going to share a link for you to go over to Amazon Live, because why not? Why not take a look at the products? But we do appreciate all of our followers on all the platforms. So Maury Hair Products was started in 2014 by Mantis Butkus, I hope I said that right, in Lithuania. And now it's made its way to the United States, obviously, because I'm using it. And it was started for people who had frizzy, damaged hair. And by the way, that can happen to anyone. Are you someone who's getting their hair done? Maybe you're getting a perm. Haha, that would be funny, right? Is anyone getting perms anymore? I don't know. Remember, that was the thing with all the curls. But there's all kinds of chemical processes, straightening of hair. All these things really damage the hair. And again, as I mentioned, when I wear it up, which I do every day when I work out, and I take it down, it does a number to your scalp also, right? Because your scalp can't breathe because your hair is up. Maybe you're sweating like a pig like me. Hello, sorry, but true. Sorry, but not sorry. And that affects your hair. So we've got a couple comments. Let me come right back. We've got Dr. Chan. Hello. I love the fact you share the history and the background of the products you're talking to us about. Well, thank you, my dear. I appreciate it. Rebecca Lilly, great to see you, Dr. Jacqueline. You have incredible hair. Thank you. Love your shows. Thank you for inspiring women, always learning from you. Rebecca also writes, I never tried Pureology and hair growth one, but I want to try it. Dr. Chan, you have beautiful golden color hair. Thank you. It's Ion, I-O-N 10G. And by the way, I would love to see you with blonde hair. Wow, wouldn't that be something, Dr. Chan? Maybe half a head blonde and half your normal color, your regular color, which is beautiful. Love the amazing results. Yes. Okay, thank you for the engagement. I love it. So I'll continue on. We have Mantis Butkus, who was from Lithuania and developed these products for frizzy hair, and also to help create a signature formula to help the growth cycle. If you think about it, we've always been told, at least I have, that hair grows about 1 inch per month. Sometimes I'm thinking that inch is really, really lost. Like, an inchworm slowly, well, it's not growing an inch. Well, with these products, it is. So I'm expecting, based on what I've been promised by filling out a test, basically. You fill out a test for Maury about what your hair goals are, how long you want your hair to be, what your lifestyle is like. And then they give you information. They send you something about how long your hair should grow. But it's not just about growing the hair, right? We want healthy hair. We want hair that is, if we want it to be long, sometimes as we get older, okay, I'm 60, you have long hair and it makes you look older because it's pulling down your face. That's why we have Botox. It's another show. I know you don't like it, Dr. Cham, I'm just saying. So we want to have thicker hair and longer hair potentially, or maybe we don't even want longer hair, but we like the fact that our hair is growing because that's a good sign that our body is working, that we have enough biotin, etc. So let's continue on. The growth cycle is split up into different stages: anagen, catagen, and telogen. During the first stage, and this is from Maury from their website, your hair needs nutrients in order to grow. I mean, that's pretty clear, right? Without having the nutrients, you're not going to have a constant continuous growth of your hair, and it might not be in very good condition either. So that's what Maury has put together with their products, a way to have hair that is nutritionally healthy, which will enable to grow. Now, unrelated, they also have an entire line of supplements. They also have products for your eyelashes. So I've ordered the supplements. I'll be doing another show on that. It hasn't come yet. You may say to yourself, why are you ordering supplements if you're already using the products and you're telling us that they're growing? Because I got something going on with my nails. Okay. I used to have really long nails, and biotin and the nutrients, I don't know what's happening, but I'm hoping it'll be like a double home run, that this will be even better and then these will grow even longer. Of course, when your nails are really long, it's hard to do a lot of things, but that's okay. All right, so let's talk about the highlights of the Maury products. They contain minerals, amino acids, vitamin, biotin, and other ingredients that are really necessary for hair care. And Dr. Chen, you're going to love it. They're cruelty free. How about that? They ship to the United States, to Canada, and to EU, and also internationally. So I'd love to find out from my friends there who outside the country, the US, and also Lithuania, are you able to get these products? Are they showing up at the bottom of your Amazon live stream? Let me know about this. As I mentioned, they also have eyelash and eyebrow specific formulas, and most of the products are tailored to the hair on your head. Okay, so now let's talk specifically about this shampoo, which is this one. Okay, we're just talking in general about their products. It is an infusion of naturally occurring minerals from fulvic acid, which have exceptional antioxidant power. And the fulvic acid contains 77 trace minerals, 18 amino acids, and 5 vitamins that deliver nutrients to help protect and improve your hair and your scalp. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the scalp, because I don't know that this is something that we really think about. First of all, when you're going out and you're in the sun, do you realize the sun can damage your scalp? So it's really important to keep your scalp covered up. It's also important to learn from your own lifestyle and your own dynamics. Is your scalp oily? Is it too dry? I know that I have struggled, thank God, in remission with scalp psoriasis, where my scalp was so dry it was literally peeling off. I was wearing only white colored clothing. No, I'm kidding. But that has gone away. And I think that has a lot to do with getting to the root cause. You know, we can come up with all kinds of solutions or band-aids for things, but when we look at what is the root cause of what's going on, then things typically get better. So for your scalp, keep her protected and make sure that you are washing your hair with products that are good for you, that you're not allergic to, and that also you see that there's a difference, because we don't have money to just throw away, right? We see the ocean behind, we don't want to just toss the money out there. So let's go on with the shampoo. It's supplemented with ingredients that enhance the effectiveness of the product, which again, biotin, caffeine. That's interesting that caffeine's in there, and I think that would be probably an accelerant. We've got some more comments. Let me go here. Dr. Chan, will it make your hair thicker? Because as you grow older, like 40 plus, your hair thins out. Thank you. That is a great question. I've always had thin hair, so I don't know that my hair is any thicker than it used to be, but I have more hair than I used to have. So I have little baby hairs all around that are growing, and I know it's from these products that I'm using. I know they also have hair products that are for thin hair. Let's see. Yes, she's so happy that they are cruelty-free products. And do you wash your hair every day? Because I find it dries out. You know what? Thank you for bringing that up. I do not wash my hair every day. Now, imagine I go to Solid Core, not a paid spokesperson. I go to the Spin District, starting to teach there next week. And my hair, my scalp is sweaty Betty. So what do? I do not wash it every day because it's not good for it. And so what I'll do is I'll take the hair band that I have in it, and then I will let my hair dry naturally, because some of those oil secretions are actually good for your scalp. And so today I did not wash my hair before I did this, before I'm doing this broadcast. I thought about it and I thought, I'm just going to be real. This is my hair. I washed it. I think I washed it 2 or 3 days ago. So it doesn't feel dirty at all. And it actually feels pretty good. So there are some people who wash their hair every day. And I know there's some people who take 2 and 3 showers a day. We already talked about wasting water, which I'm not saying that anyone is wasting water, but it's up to you, however your lifestyle is. I find that if I wash my hair too much, or if I use too much soap, sometimes, I find that my skin just feels like it's crawling because it's so dried out. But at the same time, I'm advocating for hygiene. We want to have good hygiene, right? We don't want to be smelly and turning people off. So, all right, let's move on to the conditioner. Okay, so here's the conditioner. And by the way, it's recommended for all hair types. There you go. It has biotin and minerals in it. And in order to strengthen your hair, this conditioner also uses other powerful ingredients for maximum effect. Biotin, panthenol, and niacinamide work as additional combinations to help effectively care for your hair as well. Also, the duo of macadamia and coconut oils, known for their nourishing effect, act as ingredients that give your hair strength and shine. So that's interesting as well. Have you ever found that when you're not feeling well, or maybe you're going through a lot of stress in your life, your hair is dull, it doesn't have the sheen, and you see somebody else and their hair is just shining? Well, you can actually buy spray shine, but wouldn't it be better if you can have that shine just coming from within? So I really feel like using these products has helped me get the shine, get my shine on. What do you think of that? Have you gotten your shine on? So going on, I want to talk a little bit about this product, which, by the way, I showed you this. This is the hair growth spray. Well, I wanted to show you, I also have it in its original packaging, which the packaging is kind of green, but they do a great job with the packaging. I wanted you to know that. So this is actually a pullout, and then here there's a seal. And so once you break the seal, I would imagine that means that you can't be sending it back. But you don't want to send it back because I'm getting commission on it, right? You want to keep it, use it quickly so you can buy more. No kidding. So this slips into this, and there's a lot of information. There's 0% perfume. Okay. I know a lot of people out there don't like perfume. And by the way, as someone who has a lot of allergies, as little perfume in our products is probably better. I am a big perfume advocate. I love perfume. I've been wearing the same 2 perfumes for years, but everybody doesn't like it. So I don't want it in my skin products. I don't want it in my hair products. I'll take the perfume bottle and spray a little here and spray a little there, but I don't want it everywhere else because I don't think it's, for me, I'm just saying, with all of my allergies, I don't think it's very healthy that I have all these extra ingredients going into places I don't want them going. I don't need perfume in my scalp, right? So, Dr. Chan, love it. Get your shine on. Yes, get your shine on. Get your shine on. Okay. And for those of you who get it, bust your stress. Get your shine on, bust your stress. All right. Caroline Hewitt, that one's for you. So there's also a mask, which is here, Ultimate Hair Growth Mask. And here's the packaging. It also has macadamia oil, coconut oil, and 0% perfume. I was going to say 100% perfume free. So I haven't used this one yet. And why haven't I used the mask? Because I have to sit and leave it on. I don't know how long it is. Probably not that long. But it's hard for me to sit still, just sitting and waiting. But I will be using it. Let me tell you a little bit about it. The Mori hair mask is unique due to its infusion of naturally occurring minerals from fulvic acid. That's a big one, fulvic acid, which has exceptional antioxidant power. It contains 77 trace minerals. That's on the test, by the way, 77. There's no test. 18 amino acids, and 5 vitamins that deliver nutrients to help protect and improve your hair and your scalp condition. So it's thick texture and it's very rich in concentration. You know what? Let's open it up while we're right here. It's never been opened. Let's open it up. This is exciting, isn't it? It's got a seal. Woo! That means it's safe and secure to use. Let's take a look at the product though, and what it's actually looks like. Drum roll. Dun, da, da, da. Well, I can't get it open. What do you think of that? It's sort of anticlimactic because of my weak nails peeling, falling apart. All right, I'm going to keep trying at this. I can't get it open. Hello? Do we have anything to cut it with? You know, I'll keep working on it. That was sad, wasn't it? That was really anticlimactic that we couldn't see that. But anyway, I'll work on it. Okay, so I want you to also know that this spray that I was telling you about, the Ultimate Growth Spray, let me give you some information. It is also unique because it has, guess what? Fulvic acid and 77 trace minerals, 18 amino acids, and 5 vitamins that deliver a double punch. That felt good on my waist, oblique work. Nutrients and help protect and improve your hair and your scalp. And it is supplemented with biotin, caffeine, panthenol, and niacinamide. Niacinamide. I don't know what that is, but it was confirmed by an independent laboratory where they specialize their work under a dermatology expert. So you can use it daily with your hair care routine. So let me go through so far what it is that I'm doing so that you're not confused, because I know I'm confused sometimes. I color my hair maybe once every 4 weeks, 6 weeks, if I'm lucky, 8 weeks. But with these products, it was 3 weeks. So then I wash with the Pureology shampoo, and then I use the conditioner. Okay. After I use the conditioner, then I use the Mori product. So I use this shampoo and I use this. Now you might say to yourself, I don't understand. Like, why don't you do shampoo, shampoo, conditioner, conditioner? Why don't I? I don't know. I tell you why. Because after you shampoo your hair, you know what? You got a big mess, right? It's like tangled, and you need a group of people to try to figure out how to get through there. So no, you don't. You use the conditioner. So I use the conditioner from Pureology, and that makes it nice and seamless. And then I go with the Mori products so that I can work on growing the hair at my scalp, and then a little extra conditioner for the ends. Why not? After that, I get out of the shower and I use this wet brush. Okay, I use the wet brush, and then I will spray on the hair growth. So this is the process. And again, I don't wash my hair every day, so it's not like it's a big thing that's going to take a long time. No. Okay, what do I do next? Okay, my next product is, it's a 10 Miracle Leave-In Protein Gel Keratin. Okay, it's a 10, and this is a 10. It has a little dispenser. You put a little bit in your hands, and then what I do is I work it from the roots, and then a little bit. I mentioned like over here, because my beautiful hair, Jewelry, I love you. Sometimes we have a little bit of a kink, like not frizzy, but just a kink, and I use it there to smooth it out. I also want to mention that rarely do I use a hair dryer, very rarely. And occasionally, once or twice, maybe in a month, I will use a curling iron. And I don't use any hairspray. I stopped using hairspray because we have a show on USA Global TV and Radio called Coexistence and Sustainability. I don't like the idea of spraying things into the environment. I don't know where they're going or how it's going to impact the little creatures. I know how it could impact the iguanas, but I'm keeping it away from them. So that's what I'm doing. So I put a little bit of this in, and this protects my hair. And then because I live in a warm climate, and I know not all of you do, but I just let my hair dry naturally. And then what will happen is, because I have wavy hair, it's not going to be straight like this. So depending on what I'm doing, If I'm got a broadcast that I really care specifically how my hair looks, then I'll use a round brush, and then I'll quickly dry just part of it. So I let it air dry as much as possible. And then if I need to use the curling iron, then I'll just use the curling iron on the ends. But what I do quite often, as I'm doing right now, and I'm not a 16-year-old girl, I don't know why they always do this, but you twirl your hair like this and you don't even need the curling iron. So I like to do that after I wash it. I'll just put it like this, and maybe I'll take one of those hair ties and I'll put it here and I'll just leave it like that. Or sometimes I curl it up like this, but then the hair is nice and smooth and I don't have to use all that heat and all those products. But this really helps smooth things out. Now, when I had issues with my hair prior to all of this, and I felt like it was kind of frizzy and not exactly where I wanted to be, I was using this product. And of course, it's green. What is it? Can you guess what it is? It's Kerastase, and it's a L'Oreal product. It's called Cement Anti-User. And so it's really for damaged lengths and ends. This product is somewhat pricey, to be honest with you, but it's really worth it, I think, because you don't need that much. A little dab will do you, as they say. So I would suggest, if you're going to get this, this is something that you're going to have for a long time. I bought this, I would say, years ago, and it's still working because we need all the care and all the help that we can get. As you can see, we just left from the long hair tresses, and now we're going into the actual salon. We've got some more comments. Let me check it out. Dr. Chan, Ultimate Growth Spray. Do you spray on wet hair or can you spray on dry hair? So I spray this on wet hair, but that is a great question. Let's see what it says. How to use. Spray it on your hair roots after every wash. Can be used daily. So it sounds like wet hair. Thank you for the question. Heather Grant, I'm pretty sure my daughter has that exact brush and she loves it. Which one, Heather? Is it the wet brush or the Mason Pearson? I know you mentioned this about the wet brush. So I'm advocating both of them. You know, the thing that's kind of cool is if you think about Heather, or about your daughter, or you think about any of us, if you can have a brush that you have when you're 20 or you're 30 or you're 40, I'm 60. Let's say I got this when I was 45. I'm just saying. I mean, that's a pretty good investment for a hairbrush. Heather writes, yes, the wet brush. The wet brush is, this is my second wet brush because the first one, it's a very long story. It fell behind the dresser and I happened to see a lizard that was nearby. And I was like, that wet brush is staying there forever. I'm never going there again. It was a tiny thing. We have them all over the place here, not the big iguanas that I've told you about, but we actually had a little iguana here in this room. And then I was using the brush and it just flipped out of my hand and it went behind the dresser. And I saw the creature go behind the dresser and I thought, creature could be living the brush for now. I don't know, but the brush itself works really well. So thank you for that. Okay, so let's just summarize, and then I have something else I want to share with you, because I know it seems like a lot, and if you're on a budget, you might say to yourself, there's no way. I mean, I'm on a budget, just so you know, but I really feel like investing in products that are cruelty-free and that actually work. And again, you're going to have them for a long time. You don't want to be wasteful with the product. You don't want to take this Pureology and take an entire 2 handfuls and put, no, because you're just wasting. It's going down the drain. Plus it's going to be probably heavy on your hair. Heather writes, I have done the same. The brush belongs to the lizard now. You've done the same thing, Heather? What are the chances of that? I love it. 2 wet brushes gone to the iguanas. I don't know. I wish with these giant iguanas that we have here, they're lizards we were talking about, but I wish I could just say, listen, it's get out of here or you get the wet brush. I don't know, but I can't because I need a lot of wet brushes. Unfortunately, I only need one. There's more than one iguana. So just to summarize what we've talked about so far, is the fact that if you color your hair, my experience of coloring my hair for a long time, you need something to seal in the color. Now, I want to mention, this is somewhat unrelated, but related. I used to color my hair with a product. in the box from your grocer's freezer. No kidding, it wasn't in the freezer, but you would get it at the grocery store, you get it at the market, you would get it at the, what would you call it outside the United States? I'm not sure. If you know, let me know what it's called. But what I found was, and this is part of what led up to me having scalp issues, was it literally ate into the scalp of my head. So after, I would say while I was coloring it, I could feel fire, like nerve endings that were going, hello, what are you doing? We don't like this. And so I had to actually stop doing that. But why was I doing it? Because it was inexpensive. It was $6, it was $8, $7.99. I don't know what it is right now, but it was inexpensive. And I thought, okay, instead of going to the salon, I'll just do this myself. Now, why did I stop going to the salon? Because believe me, salons are great, right? You go in there, somebody takes care of you. You can tell your entire life story to a stranger, like they're a therapist, and get your hair done and get your nails done. And first of all, it takes a lot of time. And I don't have the time to sit there. Many times I would bring my computer so that I could actually work while I was there. And then they didn't have Wi-Fi, and then they're pulling on you, then they're washing. And then so that was the first thing. The second thing was I have so many allergies, which now seem to be at bay. When we get to the root cause of things, I don't feel like I have those allergies anymore. But when I was going to the salon, I was finding that my allergies were very agitated because they weren't using products that I knew were safe for me. And then you go and get your hair washed and they're using 2 or 3 things. I have no idea what they are. Then I've got a rash on my neck. So now I just forget. I don't have to deal with any of that. So I go to Sally Beauty Supply, which not a paid spokesperson, but Sally, if you need my name and my number, I'll let you know. So I go to Sally Beauty and I pick up a box of this Ion, not a paid spokesperson, Ion 10G, and I put it in the little mixing bowl with the developer. And then I go ahead and I do my hair with the brush. There's no, my head's burning. I feel like I'm going to scream and cry because I've been through that so many times. So I stick with what I know. And I think that that box of color is $8.99. And then while it's processing, I'm doing whatever it is I need to do. I don't have to talk to strangers, tell them my whole life. I don't have to drive somewhere. And again, I know a lot of you love your salons. Good, do it, whatever works for you. But I found for me that this is the best way. So big cost savings there. If you think about how much it costs to get your hair colored, I know I went to New York one time. It was $600 for the base, and then for the highlights and the lowlights, and then you got the tip, and I got $8.99 plus a developer. I get the big bottle of it. I'll do another show on that. So when it comes to these products, this brush is not inexpensive. I think it's, I don't know, you probably can see it there. Again, I can't see it because I'm on the Wave platform, but on Amazon, they probably have it. Somebody wants to let me know what it's selling for on Amazon. But if you figure I've had this brush for 10 years, let's say it's, I don't know, 119, 200. Think about it. It's nothing for this brush. That's how long it's lasted. Okay. The wet brush, I don't know how much this is right now. Can anybody tell me it's over there on Amazon? What is this wet brush going for? And what is the Mason Pearson? It should be right at the bottom of your screen. In fact, I'm looking at it remotely. Let's see. Let me tell you what it is right now. Okay. The Mason Pearson is $240. Okay. And the wet brush, thank you, Dr. Chan, always there with the answers, $13.40. Dr. Chan also writes, cheaper products, you have to use more shampoo, which gunks up your hair. So it's best to invest in your hair. Our hair is literally our crowning glory. I love it. So it should be groomed and crowned with the best affordable and cruelty-free hair products. You make hair smile, Dr. Jacqueline. Thank you so much. I love Ultimate Hair Growth products. And again, wet brush is $13.40. So that's that. Let's see what else I wanted to tell you. I'm looking at the bottom here for the prices. So wet brush $13.40, it's 16% off. And then the Mori products, we've got some bundles here, $96.99 and $24.99 for the spray. And then it's a 10 hair care miracle is 9% off. It's $20.12. Perfect. We've got Pureology, which is $37 for the shampoo, $37 for the conditioner, and the Kerastase is $44. Yeah, I told you about the Kerastase. This one, it's a little pricey, but let me tell you something. When you have damaged, broken hair, everybody can see it. I used to be so crazy. I am crazy still, but I bought these trimming scissors, like scissors that hairstylists use, and I actually trained myself on how to cut my hair. So I've been cutting my hair for years as well. But what I like during the pandemic, especially, I would look at my hair in the light and I'd look for any broken ends and I'd hold it up and I'd hold it sideways. And then I would cut my hair. And I thought to myself, wouldn't it be better if I just didn't have broken split hair? I mean, what can I do? So that's when I stopped blow drying. I stopped using the curling iron, and I'd already stopped with the hairspray because all that stuff just dries your hair out. So what I'm here today promoting is that you have healthy, strong hair by using these products. What we're going to be talking about in a future episode is what you can actually take, what your nutrition should look like to have healthy hair from the inside out. That doesn't mean you're not going to need these products. Maybe you'll need less of them, but sometimes I think it's a good combination to do both. I'm a Juice Plus distributor. Hello, I do get a commission if you want Juice Plus. So I think Juice Plus has a lot of great advantages for our health, but I also think that the products that are by Maury that I'm waiting for, they have other supplements that are not included in Juice Plus. Now, something else I want to share with you today is I just finished 18 hours of fasting. So I started intermittent fasting again, and I just feel so much better. What had happened was I got a phone call from my gastroenterologist a couple weeks ago, and he gave me some really good news. I have ulcerative colitis. And when he gave me the good news, I went back to my evil ways of eating sugar and drinking Chardonnay because I thought, hey, I got great news. And then I just decided after a conversation with one of my nephews that, yeah, you know what? We have to take care of our life and our lifestyle. It's a full-time job. It's not like a dress that you put on and then you take it off. So I've decided that I'm committing to 90 days of having completely healthy routine, which includes intermittent fasting. And on my phone, I've got this app called Zero, not a paid spokesperson, but I use the app to help me track when it is I'm fasting and when I'm not fasting. And it's been really helpful. So I just finished right before this show. I have to tell you, I was like this. I was shaking. I was like, I've got to get some food. At which point I decided to go for some protein, which was bacon. I don't even eat meat. I think that was on one of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She didn't eat meat, but she's eating bacon. But I don't eat meat on a regular basis, but I do like bacon now that I'm doing this program. There's no official program. It's just my program. And then I made myself an omelet with eggs, feta cheese, and tomatoes. And so that's all I'll eat until tomorrow. And I've got to go to Solidcore, and I have to go to Solidcore and go to the Spin District. So I've got a double workout coming today, and I've got to have some protein. So the point is that you can do whatever it is you set your mind to. You have to have a why. So when you think about these products, why should you use them? How important is the health of your hair? Is the health of your scalp to you? You have to make that decision. And if you want to buy inexpensive products, I have family members who only bought inexpensive products. I mean, everything, whatever was cheap, whatever was on sale, you can get 10 for $1. Let's get it. No, that's not me. I want quality and I want a return on my money. I want to know that when I buy something that there's some kind of science behind it or some kind of research behind it. And that's why I'm recommending these products. So for 5 years or so, I worked as a makeup artist. I worked for Clinique, I think for 5 years. In the meantime, I worked for some other brands, but I think it was 5 years straight for Clinique. And I learned a lot because their whole business model is based on scientific research. And so to me, that's really important. So when I read a company is doing research or they've brought on experts to actually examine what's in the products. When I read about a company that they've been in business for 100 and some years from one generation to the next, and they've grown from just family to 60 employees, that resonates with me. That says to me, you know what, there's something going on here. So something I want to leave you with is this turmeric curcumin. This is one of the go-tos that I have every day. And the turmeric is important. And by the way, you can buy all kinds of supplements, right? This one also has great reviews. When I go onto Amazon, I look and see, are there reviews? And if so, what are they? And by the way, that's tough for me because I personally don't leave a lot of reviews. And it's not that I don't have something to say, but because I'm a public figure, I'm very careful about where I'm leaving reviews and who I'm leaving them for. But this actually is worth the review. This has, let me see, enhanced bioavailability, non-GMO ingredients, no filters, no binders. When we think about filters, I learned this from one of our team members, Red O'Laughlin. You can go and purchase vitamins or supplements, and meanwhile, the amount of actual goodness that you're getting is limited because there are all these fillers in there. And the manufacturers are able to sell these products, and you think you're getting 100% of something, and you're really not. So I started taking this because I have ulcerative colitis. And what it does is it helps to decrease inflammation in the body. And so inflammation can also affect our skin. Our skin is our biggest living organism. So if you think about it, how can you eliminate inflammation? And a lot of it has to do with what we eat. So that is what I'm really honing in on. What am I putting into my body? And how often am I eating? I just had this conversation with someone. So I have an issue with my colon, right? So I'm highly aware of it, but people might not have any issue with their colon. But if your body is working constantly, if your digestive tract is constantly working, that means you're eating 3 to 5 to 6 meals a day. It never gets a break. So think about a car that is continuously running. Maybe it's in front of your place, it's in the driveway, and it's on constantly running. Of course, that's pollution. It's a lot of other things. Maybe it's an electric car, whatever the case may be. But it's the same thing with our bodies. If we don't give them a break, then we don't get any time to restore. So that's why I'm really interested in intermittent fasting, what I'm putting in my body, how it's impacting my hair and my skin. And that's why I'm taking these supplements to help decrease the inflammation. So maybe it's for you, maybe it's not. Let me just check on Amazon and see if we have any more comments. Okay, we don't have any more comments, which is okay. If anybody else has something they want to say, please feel free to go ahead and say it. So I want to close out today. I really appreciate this first live stream that we are doing here. I'm doing here on Amazon, and I appreciate the interaction. If you have a product that you're interested in, or if you just have a general category of things that you're interested in, I would love for you to drop it into whatever platform it is that you're watching, and I'd be happy to cover it. So I'm going to cover things that I believe in. I'm not going to just willy-nilly, like if you said to me, could you do a review on cigarettes? No, absolutely not. I don't smoke. I'm not an advocate of smoking, of anything. So that's not going to be happening. We do have a comment. Dr. Chan, very refreshing to hear an influencer who is very gifted on learning about the product, give tips on good hair care, and share the background for this is very refreshing. Thank you, Dr. Jacqueline. Thank you, Dr. Chan. Thank you very much for being here and for joining me. And thank you to everyone else. I appreciate it as well. If you'd like to join me on a future episode to talk about maybe you using the products, maybe you've purchased the products, or there's other products in the future that we can collaborate on, I am all for that. Okay, that being said, we're going to close out our first episode. Remember, the items are there on the bottom if you're thinking of purchasing anything. I believe that the pricing is a certain price while we're doing the live, and then it changes. Don't mark my words on that, but I think that's the case. Let me just talk about a personal plug. Selfishly, I would love for you to think about and then take action to purchase Mastering the Power of Elevated Listening. This book is also available there in the link below. You can see it comes in an ebook and it comes in a paperback book. This book has testimonials, it has case studies, and it also has 2 quizzes for you to determine how good of a listener you are. You know, recently in the last few days, I'm amazed at how people are not paying attention and listening. And it causes all kinds of chaos and disruption. And you can witness one person thinks they clearly stated something and the other person was not paying attention. And they took something completely different away from that interaction. And then the one person's annoyed, the other person's annoyed, somebody walks out of the room, and it's all because we're not listening. I don't pretend to have every answer in this book, but there are places for you to start. There's courses for you to take. And then as we close out, we have an entire line of children's books that are all about listening. This is The Amazing Adventures of Lady Ella, the Listening Mentor, and all of the characters here on this book represent real people who took my course, The Power of Listening. And they are all featured in the back of this book. So you can see Diane Floyd Bame. I just happened to go to her. She's Zell the Gazelle. And there are real takeaways from this book. We also have other books, which I can't reach at the moment, but we have coloring books, activity books, and they're all under the platform of Lady Ella. And thank you to Dr. Chan. Thank you to Mariska Dupria for your support for some of those projects. Really appreciate you. All right. I look forward to seeing you again. If you are watching, please click the follow. There's some follow somewhere on Amazon Live. That would be great. And get the word out to your friends if you could, because if you think about it, I can support you in your work. If you have products that are on Amazon, I'd love to support you and help to get more people aware of what it is that you're doing. Right now, we're on USA Global TV and radio, and we're also on Amazon Live. So we've got diverse audiences that can find out about who you are and what it is that you have to offer. So reach out to me. I believe I have captions here. Here you go. There's my contact information, Dr. Jacqueline at usaglobaltv.com. And if there's some way that I can support you in your work, let me know. Also, if you're not watching on Amazon Live and you're interested in purchasing some of the products, you can go right here. And hopefully you'll be able to see that in the comments and you'll be able to click on it. If not, reach out to me. How's that? Dr. Jacqueline at usaglobaltv.com. All right. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to close out with a sponsorship. And thank you so much to all the people who have enabled our platform to keep growing. It truly is mind-blowing as we enter 2024. All right. Thank you. And let's take a look and a listen. Zane Carson Carruth, international award-winning author. She is the TV show host of Elegance, Polished Demeanor, Posh Living. And she's an expert when it comes to etiquette and manners. Bye for now. This program has been brought to you in part by Zane Carson Carruth, etiquette and protocol expert, international award-winning author, television show host, and philanthropist. Thank you to Zane, our official diamond sponsor for USA Global TV and Radio in partnership with E360 TV. Zane is the author of the world's first tooth fairy ever, as well as many other children's books. She's also the television host of Elegance, Polished Demeanor, and Posh Living, seen on USA Global TV and Radio.
Hi, my name is Zane Carson Carruth, and I'm the author of this book, The World's First Tooth Fairy Ever.
Reading is magic. Studies have shown that reading to your children lays the foundation for greater success in life. Reading helps develop language and vocabulary skills. It helps improve memory, and it encourages curiosity and inspires creativity. The benefits are immeasurable, and as a parent, you'll benefit too. In only 10 or 15 minutes a day, you'll be creating more memories and a bonding experience that will last for years to come. So take time to read to your children. Read them books about things that engage and interest them. Tales of fairies and magic fascinate children, and as everyone knows, the Tooth Fairy is at the top of the list. If your child loves magic, wands, adventure, and what child doesn't, you'll love reading them books from the trademarked series, The World's First Tooth Fairy Ever. Follow along as Bella, the world's first tooth fairy, accidentally starts the tooth fairy tradition. Learn the tricks of being a professional tooth fairy in the book, Bella Starts a Tooth Fairy School. Your child's imagination will soar as you read the adventures of Abella and her magic wand. These wonderful books are available at worldsfirsttoothfairy.com and at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Walmart.
To learn more about Zane, contact her through her website, zanecarruth.com, ZANECARRUTH.com. Order Zane's books and merchandise. Contact her about being a keynote speaker at your next event.